I'm going to pick at it all day until that core is out. And then I really don't care what I look like, so.
But it's got to go.
Yeah, but it's got to go. So that's my life. Trying to get my son to be rid of the binky. Like, I put him to bed last night and didn't keep the didn't give him the binky, but he was looking everywhere for it. Like, after I gave him some milk and not in a bottle. Bottle is gone. He won't even take a bottle.
Amazing.
And it took him a hot minute to like chill and lay down. And then in the middle of the night, when he woke up momentarily, and I went in and he's like looking for the binky. I'm like, just relax, whatever. He finally relaxed. I could feel him drooling down my arm. So I'm like, all right, I'll lay him down. He woke up. So I'm like, no, you're going to lay here. It is bedtime. Time to go back to sleep. I leave. I shut the door. He's crying, screaming, crying. I'm just laying there in bed. Titus is on my floor in the makeshift bed next to me. Josh is sleeping next to me. And 8 minutes go by and he's out. Like, it's terrible to hear them cry in the room next to you. But, like,
you're trying to...
You need to just go to bed when you're put in your bed kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to do it sooner rather than...
Deal with it later.
Yeah. Like, with Titus, I was still, like, rocking him at, like, 2 and 3 years old. And I'm trying to, like,
not
kickstart it because, like, it would kill me. Like, my back and stuff. And even now, he still wants me to, like, sing to him and, like, rub his back, which is totally fine. It takes him, like, that to fall asleep because he's like his mother. But I'm just trying to head it off with the baby. We're bringing down the pot. Oops, sorry. We're bringing down the potty tomorrow because he likes to come in and just sit with you while you're going to the bathroom. I'm like, well, you might as well sit on a toilet. So... Yep. That's what we're going to do.
I think that's all wise decisions.
Yeah. Like, not a lot happened this week, but a lot happened in my mind. That's basically everything I talked about.
I really feel like that sums up my
week, like, I
too.
didn't do a lot. I just had a lot of things internally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was your week?
So I guess I'll start with work.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of courses, or like I'm doing courses and I'm learning things and going through policy stuff. Same, pretty much like you. But I mean, we're both financial institutions.
Yes. So. We decided we were going to start running a business. Cena got it all planned up that I was going to be in charge of insurance. She was in charge of financials. Oh, it was Robertson Industries.
Yeah, because we're taking over.
We're taking over Walmart.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
And Daddy's going to run it all.
Yeah. And then Shauna's just the manager and...
No, she's going to come be my house bitch.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Just in a tool belt.
Yes.
So I've been doing a lot of classes and there's so many acronyms and things that my mind letters don't look the same anymore. Anytime I see something in cap letters, I'm like, is that OFAC? Is that BSA? Is that, right? Like FinCEN? I don't know anything. That like
I have no idea what those words mean, but I understand it because sorry to interject.
No, you're fine.
At work, they like from the beginning, not true. They would say like OPIDs and EFTs and SDIPs and all of these, and I'm like, I have no idea what these abbreviations mean, and you say them to me, and I'm just gonna look at you like a deer in the headlights until you tell me what they mean.
Oh, exactly.
And OPIDs are literally operating ID. Like it's just like I have an ID that I put in the subject at the beginning of the subject in every email so that if there's a problem with it, they know to send it back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a folder that it'll send to because it knows that operating ID. It knows, hey, go to this folder. I'm like, this is all magic to me.
Yes.
But I'm like, that took me forever to figure that out. And EFTs are like electronic fund
Transfers?
yes.
We don't use EFT for us,
Yes.
but I just...
Yeah. I'm like, it's just, tell me what they mean when you're telling me in the beginning, because I'll remember it and then things will click later on in life for me. Like when we get a change for like an auto, because that's what I'm doing right now, when you have to save the email into the M drive and you have to label it, like if it's a change, it's CHNG and the date. And then there was one, she just kept saying put APPR and the date. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I would just keep doing it. She wouldn't tell me what it meant. I'm like, I get that this means approval, but approval from who? Like, you're just giving me these emails and I don't know where we're getting approval from. She's like, oh, it's something that I had to refer to underwriting and they approved it. So now you just have to put it as approved. I'm like, but I'm doing the change. She's like, yeah, but it was approved. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, there's just so many things to remember and just like adjust.
Yeah.
And then like,
I agree with that.
For us, like when I'm throwing out, like at work, I can be like, oh, BSAs and all blah, blah, blah. And they all know
Yes,
what I'm
they
talking
all,
about.
yes, exactly.
Versus like, if I start talking about it at home here with Andrew, he's like, the fuck?
Yes. Literally, it's like Yiddish.
Yeah. So my husband throws darts on a league, and well, I just didn't
Did
really...
you go this week?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Do you know what I did while I was there?
What?
I took the Fruit of Prayer book.
Oh
with
my
me,
gosh. Yes.
Sat at the table because this is a study book.
Yes.
This is my other book club with my
family.
My sister and my dad. I have 6 colored highlighters. I'm using my phone as a light sitting at a table at a bar because it's dark and I'm old and I can't see.
Yes.
And I spent 2 hours on and off.
Yes.
Going through and doing all my homework for our book discussion.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I still have to do another 22 pages.
Oh my gosh.
Tomorrow. That's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And it won't take, I don't think it's going to take me as long as it did like when I was in the bar and I'm distracted and I can't see and and I keep getting talked to. But the page I have to go to is page 69.
Oh.
So it made me laugh. So I'm my own worst enemy. Obviously, I'm not
No
eating.
way.
Like,
yeah.
I had one.
We're both dealing with eating things right now.
Yeah. I had one thing. Yes, Percy.
The stairwell is open for you to leave. The sass.
Hey, I'll make you go be with your father.
Yeah, like chill, my dude.
Anyways, I fucked up one thing yesterday at work.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't even anything important. I didn't put it in the computer. I didn't do anything. I'm writing out these little these little paper slips that have carbon copies.
Yes.
I accidentally kind of fucked up one, and then like I kind of corrected the letter, and she was like, oh, I'm just going to have you rewrite that. Well, I started doing it again, and then I had a dyslexic moment, and she's like, I'm a real big stickler. I'm going to have you rewrite it again. And I felt like the biggest idiot in the world. I almost bawled. And she's like, no, it's fine. It's just me. She's like, I'm just going to tell you to do it again. It's fine. And like, I almost bawled. She walked away. And then the one girl, Rebecca, comes over, and I call her Bond Girl in my head because she's a bombshell.
Yes.
And like, we're all kind of talking, and she was talking about, she's like, when I first started learning this, and she talks like this, and she has like a really soft voice. She's like, when I first started learning this, she's like, I would just go home and I would cry if I messed something up. And she was like, and I just realized I don't have to. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
It's a job.
Yes.
And I'm like, bless you. She's like 42, bombshell. Like, and like I said, she drives this little black Audi, and I'm like, you're such a Bond girl. Oh my God.
Like, I messed up one time. I issued an application by accident because you could just hit like F buttons to issue things and move things along on the Oregon Trail system. I call it Oregon Trail. It's just that
the Oregon Trail.
It's that old kind of
Okay.
system. And on home apps and auto apps, you're not supposed to issue it. Well, I hit F12 is cancel or go back. And I hit it once. And it's a big deal, but it's not. You just have to like contact the underwriter like right away. Depending on the underwriter you get, it's totally fine or it's totally not. But, and like I had only been working there less than a month. So it's like everyone does it. Everyone's like, it's fine. Calm down. I'm like, okay.
And you're literally
like,
I am completely useless. I shouldn't be at this job.
Like I literally had to make a note of a spider web with a dangly spider that was telling me that I was doing my best. And it's just there on my monitor. I will take a picture of it and show you on Monday.
Yes, you absolutely have to. So I wrote my affirmation and put it up on my desk.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do that at all.
How dare you?
I get daily affirmations from my Moonly app.
Different.
So.
You just need to have something written there in your own handwriting, in your own words.
I'll figure it out.
Just.
I'm bad at doing those.
You're not. Well, anyways, I can't wait for my benefits to kick in because bitch needs to go back to therapy.
Yeah.
Because, like,
my benefits kicked in right away.
I have to wait 90 days.
I know. That's what I feel like is so weird about some jobs. I get it. Some people work there enough to use the benefits.
I think it should be 30 days.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it should be 30 days.
Yeah.
Because I need to go to therapy.
Yes.
And, like, total transparency, obviously that's who I am, trigger warning, whatever. Yeah. I've had 2 dreams now of self-harm.
Yes.
Where I am trying to actively hurt myself. And I'm like, why can't I feel anything? Why can't I feel anything? I should be feeling something.
Yeah. And
I feel like that's not okay.
Yes.
It's not good. It's not healthy.
Well, yeah, and it's the beginning of seasonal depression.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
major change in my life with the job and the hours and the sun's going away and the seasonal depression. And
you know, at least this change wasn't a, hey, you no longer have a job on this date.
Yeah.
And you had to like find something.
Yeah. Well, this is my control.
Exactly.
You know?
I was like, of course, the cool girl leaves and they put up a job position after Cena gets a job at the bank.
I know. I literally almost thought about applying.
I know.
And then I was like,
that's
no,
why I was like,
I like the bank.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yes.
So
I think it's good hours for you mentally also.
Yeah, having 2 half days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really good for you.
Ideally, eventually, I'm hoping I could just be a part-time person.
Yeah.
Just for myself. But that involves other factors.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Or this podcast pays for half of our life.
Yeah. So yesterday morning we wake up. Andrew's car has a flat tire.
Yep.
And that fucking sucked.
Yep.
And we won't get the tire until Monday. So I'm going to have to drive him to work, which is a 25-minute drive, back home.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to drive myself, which is
to
a 15-minute drive.
Yeah. How long do you work that day?
Late. So I'm hoping I'm going to talk to Deidre to see if she'll be able to bring Andrew home.
Yeah.
Because in which case, like, it's not a problem. Then, like, I'm like, whatever, I'll deal with it in the morning.
What time? What is the actual time you work? Is it 8 or 8:30?
8:30.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Yeah.
I was going to offer to take you, but I work at 8.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not happening.
And you have to wait to go into your building. So I'm not going to make you wait outside.
So, 2 more things. What? I have a Christmas club now. I've never had one.
What is a Christmas club?
So that means it's money you put into an account throughout the year.
Okay.
And because I'm an employee at a bank, at that bank, they can just make payroll deduction for me.
Oh, cool.
So it's automatically putting money in this account. And I will not be able to access that account until next September.
Oh, so cool.
So I'll get a couple $100s in it because I'm not putting a lot in.
Yeah.
And I can